Hey guys, what's up? My name is Sean Wayne. Today, tara, pag-usapan naman natin itong very famous, gusto ko sabihin infamous no? Very famous na si Attorney Sunshine Fajardo. Kung maalala nyo, maraming session ng committee ni Chihuahua na, ano kaya to? Na matunog ang kanyang pangalan lalo na pagdating sa mga white envelope. Na kalaunan, nalaman natin na yung mga white envelope na yon galing pala kay Di Satanas. Na, di ba? It was very convenient for the First Lady, no? Na ipamigay yung mga bagay-bagay. Siguro for a time, para lang maging for the stability, no, ng administration ni Bangag Marcos. Nakisama ng matindi itong si VP Sara. Even to the point na alam niya yung mga pinagagawa sa kanila ay very questionable. Diba? Sa tingin nyo ba kung umalma si VP Sara during the first 2 years? Sa tingin nyo ba? Sige nga. Hindi nangyayari to ngayon. Hindi. Baka napaaga pa yung itong senaryo na to. Hindi ba? And gaya nga ng sinabi natin, itong si VP Sara ay isang abogado. So may mga bagay na sinecure niya na yung sarili niya. Isa na dyan yung nag-create siya ng sarili niyang vault of evidence against these people na ngayon tumatumbling dahil nagsasalita na si VP Sara. And here's the funny part, no? If we recall natin, maraming bumabatikos kay VP Sara dahil ang hilig niya magsabi ng no comment. Bongbong Marcos should thank her for saying no comment. Alam niyo kung bakit? Kasi kung matagal na nagbibigay ng komento si VP Sara tungkol sa mga pinagagawa sa administrasyon ni Bongbong Marcos, baka noon pa lang, tapos na sila. So siguro si VP Sara, no? I don't know if you're gonna agree with me sa mga sinasabi ko. Pero I think most of you will. I think ito si VP Sara, she's not just trying to be a good member of a team, but she is trying to save the administration of Bongbong Marcos. Maybe, I'm very sure, at one point, no? Contrasting, di ba? Maybe. Pero I'm very sure. Maybe kinausap ni Senator Amy Marcos itong si VP Sara na wag pabayaan o wag iwanan yung kanyang kapatid. Sure ako na trinay ni VP Sara yun. Kasi it took her 2 years eh. It even took her 3 years before siya magsasalita. Ang hindi ko naman maintindihan, now that she's talking, galit na galit pa rin yung mga Pilipino. May mga Pilipino pa rin na nagtatanga-tangahan at nagagalit. 'Di ba? Even ako, as a Duterte supporter, I'm hoping, no? I'm hoping na may mga Pilipino mas pipiliin mag-scrutinize kaysa magbulag-bulagan, no? Sa opinyon ng iba. Ngayon, bakit pa natin itong pinag-uusapan? Ba't ba natin yun na ano to? Imagine nyo ganito lang kasimple yan. Si Lisa Marcos, inutusan si VP Sara na ipamigay mo tong mga sobre na to dito sa listahan na ibinigay ko sa'yo. Ang ginawa lang ni Sara Duterte sumunod sa utos ng asawa na wala naman talagang posisyon sa gobyerno. That is out of respect to Bongbong Marcos. Yung inutusan, siya na ngayon ang may kasalanan. 'Di ba? Yun nga yung nagiging sentro nitong white envelope na to. Panoorin natin itong mga binalasa ni Attorney Sunshine Fajardo. Akala kasi nila, kakaya-kayanin nila ang mga Dabawenya.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I think that's already clear, and our resource person, again, does not...
This is about asking hypothetical question, which is mababara siya rito ni Marcoleta. Later on, papakita natin yung explanation ni Marcoleta tungkol dyan.
Again, these are all hypothetical, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I think that's already clear, and our resource person...
Wait. Para mas maganda, unahin natin yung explanation ni Kong Marcoleta rito. Pakinggan natin si Kong Marcoleta rito.
I know that our rules, procedure in aid of legislation includes suppletorily the use of the rules of court. Under the rules of court, Your Honor, which are the rules being used in the courts of law, hypothetical questions are not allowed to be asked. Are we supposed to insist on asking hypothetical questions?
Could you please be specific, Congressman Marcoleta?
It's very specific.
Napakatanga naman ni Chuka dun. Diba? Kaya sinagot siya ni Kong Marcoleta dyan. Sabi ni Kong Marcoleta.
Be specific, Congressman Marcoleta.
It's very specific, Mr. Chair. The witness is being asked hypothetical questions. These are disallowed in the courts of law. If you're using the rules of court suppletorily, what is the purpose of asking hypothetical questions?
Under our internal rules, the rules of procedure governing the proceedings before the Committee on Good Government under Section 16, it provides that rules of procedure and evidence in any meeting of the committee, the rules of evidence prevailing in courts of law or equity shall not be controlling. And the committee shall use every and all reasonable means to ascertain the facts in each case speedily and objectively without regard to technicality of law or procedure.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we're talking of facts.
All in the intent.
We're not talking about hypothetical situations here. We're not supposed to be getting facts out of speculations. We cannot speculate on the questions that should be asked and answered. This will not benefit the committee, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ay, nako. Balik tayo dito kay Balik tayo dito kay Akla.
Again, does not have to be defensive.
I just want to check, Mr. Chair, why am I being asked these things? These are all hypothetical. Why am I being asked these things?
Mr. Chair, I think we have already established kanina na bahagi ito ng deliberasyon ng ating komite, and I advise for the third time yung ating resource person na wag pong masyadong maging defensive kasi po ito ay bahagi nung pag-check natin dahil nga
Ito, kwento ko lang, maisingit ko lang sandali. I know some people who are member of Akbayan or Kabataan Party, Kabataan something. Yung mga kabaro na itong hype na to. They sound alike, they speak alike, they think alike. As in. Kaya yung mga ganong tao, no? Kaya sobra yung support ko kay VP Sara, no, sa paghahanap ng link dito sa mga taong to. Yung connection nila sa CPP-NPA. Even if, no, sinabi na ni Joma Sison back in the 70s yata yun or 80s during an interview. Pinangalanan niya na yung kanilang mga legal front. This includes them.
Lumitaw na sobrang naabuso ang confidential funds. So we'd like to know from those who have served actually top positions sa ating mga ahensya, ano ba yung pagtingin doon sa nakita nating mga nangyari? So we want to see how we can have better safeguards dun sa pera ng bayan. So again, kung wala naman pong tinatago yung ating resource persons and we are asking possibilities, di po kailangan maging defensive. So yun na po ang huling tanong ko actually. So
Nakakalito lang po
kailangan
kasi.
lang pong sagutin ng ating resource
Okay,
person.
sige
Miss-
po.
Miss
So
Sunshine
your
Farda.
question was, the last question was, can you repeat, Mr.
Point
Chair?
of order, Mr. Chair. Point of order.
What is the
may I
point of
remind-
order
yes,
of Honorable
Yes.
Z. Alonto Adjong?
Yeah, may I remind our resource persons to speak when they're being recognized.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank
And
you.
please,
I apologize, Mr. Chair.
okay. Tsaka hindi po kayo po pwedeng magtanong ng question. So, parang
I apologize, Mr.
tinatanong
Chair.
ninyo eh. Yes. Please continue, Congressman Manuel.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, kung
Alam mo yun yung hindi ko maintindihan, di ba? Nag-i-investigate sila. Pag yung resource person magtanong, hindi pwede. Ang pwede lang magtanong sila. Tapos, iiyak sila ng due process. Yung mga resource person ba na binibigyan nila ng due process? Hindi ba sinabi sa limitations ng kanilang legislative inquiry in aid of legislation? Dapat ine-emphasize yung karapatan ng bawat resource person. Anong ba karapatan yun? E di yung Bill of Rights. Diba? Binibigyan ba nila ng due process? Ang pambabara nila at sasabihin nilang hindi ka dapat magtanong? Eh di ba nga sa due process, kasama dyan, nasagutin mo yung mga paratang sa'yo. Paano mo sasagutin yung mga paratang sa'yo kung hindi ka pinagsasalita? Diba?
merong higher official na nag-utos sa inyo na gamitin ang confidential funds for the purpose of handing out allowances in the form of cash na naka-envelope to other top officials in your agency, ano ang gagawin niyo kung sakali?
That official may be reported to the Ombudsman, Mr. Chair.
Sige. Paano nyo i-report si Disa Marcos? Tungkol dyan.
So, ibig sabihin, you are ready to file a complaint against that higher official,
If that is the case, if it is true, Mr. Chair.
and you are willing na ilahad ang iyong nalalaman.
If that is an actual circumstance, Mr. Chair, of course, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, ayun, nasagot naman pala, Mr. Chair. So, yun lang yung mga tanong ko so far.
Again, these are all hypothetical, Mr.
Dito tayo sa isa pa kay Kangkong. Kay Mr. Chismoso Damarites.
Ng sobre o nagsisinungaling?
Shoota.
Inabutan mo sila ng sobre o nagsisinungaling silang tatlo?
Respectfully, Mr. Chair, I would not want to answer that question. May I explain if I be allowed? In the previous hearings, Mr. Chair, there have been those allegations which insinuated that I committed these illegal acts. There were actually some crimes that were mentioned. And as such, if I'm going to answer those allegations, Mr. Chair, respectfully, I would want to answer them in a proper forum wherein I will be able to present my defenses based on the completeness of the said allegations, Mr. Chair.
Hindi, tinatanong lang naman kita kung meron kang inabot o wala. It is answerable by yes or no. Kung wala, sabihin mo wala. Kung meron, sabihin mo meron.
I will not answer, Mr. Chair, respectfully po. I already stated my reason for such.
So you are invoking your right for self-incrimination.
I will not answering, Mr. Chair, as I've already informed you of the reason for such.
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Please proceed.
Mr. Chair, I hope you understand po, with the respectfully through the chairman, Attorney Fajarda, we have rules po kasi in the committee, and refusal to answer is a ground for contempt. We would much prefer if you would choose to invoke your right, please do so. Do not say that you are refusing to answer. If you want, you are very welcome to invoke your right, but we need to hear it from you po.
Pansinin nyo guys, no? Dito, masyado na silang nagiging mabait. Diba? Pansinin nyo, nagiging mabait na sila sa mga tauhan ni OVP. Bakit? Kasi nakita na nila mag-retaliate kay si VP Sara. That VP Sara will not gonna back down pag dinehado ang kanyang mga tao. And that's good leadership, diba? Kahit magkanda leche-leche. And the take here is that, once mag-retaliate si VP Sara, nasa likod niya ang taong bayan. Diba? Nasa likod niya yung taong bayan. And really, yung piraso lang kayo dyan. Pag ang taong bayan na ang nagalit, kalimutan nyo na yung galit ni VP Sara. Dahil hindi nyo gugustuhin ang galit ng taong bayan. Lahat ng resources na meron kayo ngayon, lahat ng ginagastos ninyo, nilulustay ninyo, even the reason why you're fucking there is because of the people. Pag ginalit nyo si Sara Duterte, ang galit ni Sara Duterte ay galit ng karamihan ng Pilipino. Kaya tama lang, and it was so wise of you, no? Na baguhin niyo yung ways ninyo sa pag-handle ng mga resource person nyo. Huwag lang sana sa mga taga-OVP. No? Gawin niyo yan sa lahat ng resource person ninyo. Sa lahat.
I stand by my answer in the previous answer that I've given to Honorable Kongkun, Mr. Chair.
That you refuse to answer.
Yes, Mr. Chair, because I will only answer in a proper forum where I will be able to present my defenses po.
You refuse to answer, yet you do not invoke the right.
It's in the same manner, Mr. Chair, that I am saying that I refuse to answer such questions po.
Well, Mr. Chair, we leave it to the committee on how they would appreciate that answer. We just had to clarify whether this was an invocation of the right. Thank you, Ms. Fajardo.
Mr. Chair, may I interject? May follow up, Mr. Chair. Yeah, Mr. Chair. So again, I would like to reiterate the question of Congressman Rog Gutierrez. Your answer, would that in effect invoking your right against self-incrimination?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, yeah, because you've mentioned about the proper forum, so I would presume that the proper forum is the court. Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. So you are invoking your right against self-incrimination.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. But Mr. Chair, but that does not mean that she is denying the allegation. She's just merely
she's not denying and she's not admitting. Two different things. Diba?
Invoking her right against self-incrimination. To me, Mr. Chair, that's my own interpretation is that's one way of saying that I admit, but this is not the proper code to discuss that. Thank you, Mr. Chair. That's a manifestation po. And that is my personal interpretation.
I understand, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you, Mr. Chair.
We will respect your right against self-incrimination. Next.
Inabutan mo sila?
Dapat lang naman talaga i-respect niyo yun, di ba? In the first place, unang-una, sinabi, paulit-ulit na rin tayo, that's part of her rights. Hindi mo gagamitin ng sarili mo para maging ebidensya laban din sa sarili mo. Hindi ba? So, sige nga, if I'm gonna ask you, are you going to agree dun sa sinabi ni VP Sara that these people, no, they don't even have the minimum foundation to understand what exactly yung kanilang mga mandato. In short, hindi alam ng mga taong to kung ano ba talaga ang trabaho nila. How they should function properly. Ano yung kanilang limitations? Kasi they've been exceeding their limitation based on their power tripping. Ito ang problema natin. Sa totoo lang, we should be very thankful. No? We should be very thankful. Dahil yung ginagawa ni VP Sara sa kanila only goes to show na meron pa nga abusong nagaganap sa loob ng mga hearings dyan sa House of Representatives. At dahil nasusopla sila ni Inday Sara, nababastos daw sila. Nung kaharap nyo, hindi nyo nga may pagtanggol yung mga sarili nyo eh. Kung totoo nga bastos si Inday Sara, si VP Sara Duterte, pagtanggol nyo naman yung sarili nyo. Habang nagsasalita siya dyan, nakikinig lang kayo pare-pareho, di ba? Sinabi rin naman niya in front of your fucking faces. Nagiging kakanood natin kay Dan Fernandez. Di ba? Hindi naman niya yung sinasabi sa labas. She's saying those things in front of her fucking faces. Pwede naman kayo mag-rebut. Bakit hindi nyo ginawa? Sinabi pa nga ni Akop, nasa House of Representative daw siya. Yun nga yung point eh. Nasa loob ka na ng House of Representative at hindi mo pa rin mapagtanggol yung sarili mo. Diba? Eto, may papakita ako sa inyo. Sabi dito, nag-profiling. Si Dan Fernandez daw ay isang valedictorian ng Pagsanhan Academy. Sa klase ba ng, alam nyo guys, marami akong kilalang valedictorian. Kaibigan ko, si Ma'am Elaine, nagtatrabaho dyan sa isa sa mga courts. Cum laude yun. She speaks better than this person. Cum laude valedictorian to. Kumbaga, ito summa cum laude kung tutuusin. Pero syempre, cum laude yun in college. Completed Doctor of Optometry. Licensed Optometry. May mga netizen nagsasabi, doktor daw pala to. Hindi natin mamalitin kasi may mga kaibigan tayo, optometry, no? Yeah, sila po yung mga gumagawa ng salamin yan. License Optometrist, 1986. Tanda na pala nito. 1986? Totoo ba? Ilan taon ka na? 1986? Took up law in UST but dropped to pursue acting. Sipin mo, mas ginusto mo maging bold star kaysa maging abogado. Member of the Laguna Provincial Board, 1998, 2001 to 2004. Hindi nga. Valedictorian. Guys, alam mo yung mga valedictorian na kilala ko. Mga grammar Nazi yun. Kahit nga hindi valedictorian, marami akong kilalang grammar na Nazi. Kung valedictorian talaga tong si Dan Fernandez. As simple as yung grammar niya, bakit ganun? No. Meron pa ako isa dito, pakita natin. Nasaan ka, Dan Fernandez? Hanapin natin si Dan Fernandez. Dan Fernandez. Pakinggan natin to. Mukha ba tong valedictorian?
For a period of short time. So the medical doctors to educate us on this precisely. For a period of
Alam mo, sometimes it is better to be humble and not brag about you being a valedictorian. I'm not a valedictorian, but I think, at what point, I'm a little bit better than Dan Fernandez. Diba? Do not brag your yourself as being a valedictorian. Kasi unang-una sa lahat, it doesn't show that you are. Pangalawa, it's a shame kung saan ka galing na school. Kasi it looks like that they have a very low standards when it comes to valedictorian. 'Di ba? At saka yung choices mo sa buhay. From being a law student to being a bold star. Sana kinip mo na lang. It's better na nagpaka-abogado ka na lang and be a better politician now kaysa mas pinili mo maging bold star and eventually maging politikong bobo. 'Di ba? Imagine niyo, we're paying hundreds of thousands para sa mga ganitong klaseng tao. Standard ng Pilipino nga naman talaga. Iba nagagawa ng pera.